For row 6, I'm going to take my stitch marker out, and then I'm going to add 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches before I put my stitch marker into that 5th single crochet. I'm doing that so that the spiral doesn't start on a side piece, it starts in a corner, and it'll be easier to hide any irregularities. I'm just going to put my stitch marker back, and then from here on out we are only working into the back loop. In a pattern this would be called BLO, or back loop only. So we're going to point the hook at the center of the V, pick up the loop that's the furthest away from us, and then finish the single crochet as normal. We're going to put 1 single crochet into every single stitch around. There are no more corners we're adding, and this is going to start slanting everything up. Now you don't have to work into the back loop only if you're not comfortable with it. That is just to add that bottom edge or make it more noticeable. Your square is still going to form a cube whether or not you work into the back loop. Working into the back loop is solely for cosmetic reasons, but it's not a functional reason outside of it may make it a little bit more sturdy, but if your stitches are tight enough, it's not something you're going to have to worry about. But that is it for the verbal instructions for row 6. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I am monitoring them as of right now. I have noticed that as the account has grown, which is phenomenal, I'm super grateful, I am having a harder time keeping up with comments. So usually what I'll do is go through all the comments of a video whenever it pops up, and I'm noticing that some of them are just not even popping up in my notifications. So I'm not intentionally ignoring anybody. I try to answer all the questions as much as I can. So don't think that no one reads your questions. I've also noticed that there's been other crocheters, a lot of helpful crocheters, who will answer your questions if I can't get to them first. So don't feel like you're alone with crochet. It's a very loving community as long as you stay away from drama people, but I think they exist in every niche of creators and artists. But this platform, in my experience, this account has been very helpful, and there hasn't been any drama, and you can think of it as your safe space. I might be pushing it a little bit there, but I haven't had to delete any comments, if that makes sense. I haven't had to block anybody. Everyone's been respectful and kind, and honestly, that is probably the biggest reason I'm still doing this, is because it's been such a positive outlet in my life. And the best part is that I'm hearing from other people that it's been a positive outlet in their life. But before I forget, I do want to give you the answer to the riddle from the last video, and it is your breath. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you didn't finish the last video, and it was just a little funsy. But yeah, I'll see you in row 7. We're gonna work a decrease, just 1. So if you haven't done that before, it'll be a good practice. And be sure to like and follow if you haven't already.